Yes, Brandy. I'm calling about my status of my complaint. My case number is actually 1910886 4.
Okay, that's actually not one of our complaint numbers. What is your telephone number that you used to file?
My telephone number is area code 501-398-8165. And I've got a letter right here that actually states BBB of Los Angeles, your case number.
Well, they start with a, oh man, maybe they, oh my goodness, we could have gotten so many complaints. We've already, after complaint numbers. Let me just look this up real quick.
Okay.
We're in a 9 right now.
Well, I've gotten nothing back on the status of my thing, and it deals with the Apple store here in Chenal.
Okay, so it's Apple.
This was actually filed on March. This was actually filed on March 9th of 2021.
Okay, so that's definitely not one of our complaint numbers. Okay, what's your name what's your name?
My name is, actually it's under two names. There's one that's Matthew, Mattthew, and myself, which the complaint was also filed under me. It was basically dealing directly with myself. Brian, Brian, Redlin, Ridlon. And you're going to have to excuse me. I'm still a little under the weather. I got my second shot of COVID-19.
Yeah, those definitely get you, huh?
At first I was doing just great, but the nurse that I actually got the shot from said, watch it, be careful about, getting stressed out. And I got a little stressed out with just some personal things with communication with my wife. And it turned into just an emotional thing, and then the next thing I know, I became really, really bad sick for like the next 4 or 5 days to 6 days. I was real bad sick, which was perfectly fine with the shot the first day and a half. No issues, felt great. But as soon as I got stressed out, that woman was correct. That nurse was right. I went down fast. And I didn't eat any food for like 2 days. Just like one little thing, and that was it. Just nothing really at all to eat because I just had no appetite, had a fever, everything. But it wasn't no big deal. I mean, having no immunity to the virus, and it's kind of like taking you out of the basement. I compare it to like a 100-foot story building. When you shock your system and your immune system, and you're shooting yourself up to like the 50th or the 60th floor, you've got to expect to have some kind of side effects. So keeping yourself at a calm state just seems kind of practical, and just wasn't in the dice for me.
Okay, so I did find your complaint. Looks as if you originally filed it with another Better Business Bureau.
Correct. Filed right here in
which is
where I live at. Correct.
Which is probably that one that you have. Like, that's where the complaint number you came with. So we just barely got this from that Better Business Bureau, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm very sorry to tell you that they did not transfer it directly to us right away. So we forwarded the complaint to the company.
Apple.
To Apple on the 27th, and we're currently waiting for their response.
Now, I do have video footage of this. I have a video footage where I actually filed the police report. I have video footage where I talked to the Apple representatives on the phone where they confirmed that this battery was covered under the Apple Care. And they said any Apple Care covers your battery replacement, so they had no reason to try to charge you for a battery. And it states on there that I was there for a battery replacement and a performance diagnostic test on my phone, which was completely free. And the people at the store were one individual was trying to bully me into giving him $109, tax and everything. I said, if I pay for it, understand I'm taking this to the Better Business Bureau with a receipt, and I want your name. Because I've already talked to Apple, I've already got an appointment set up. Initially, I filed a complaint that my phone was lost, which it was. It was lost in the local park in my neighborhood for 4 or 5 days in the snowstorm that recently hit Arkansas back in March. Basically, February, March region. I think it was February, in February time, like in the middle of February. And I dropped my phone. It was out there for 5 days. I filed a complaint, talked to a guy named Dustin in California, still have his name and everything. Even had the number, basically the case number, everything. Turned around and told everybody that on the Apple phone, that now I found my phone, I just want to get the battery replaced and basically see how their performance is. The guy I spoke to did not put out a cloth or a rag or anything to protect my phone after I took it out of the case. He was mashing all over it on a hard tile surface counter. And I told him I do not want my phone scratched. Can you please get a towel out and put my phone on it so it will not slide off the counter or you scratch it from you mashing on it? I don't really appreciate how you're handling my property. This was the only time I've ever seen this happen at this Apple store, but they turned it into an express Apple store. Before it was just a standard store. You went in, saw the merchandise, picked what you wanted, bought it, and it seemed to be a lot more better customer service and a better quality customer service. So I became upset. I didn't yell at him or anything, but I came a little bit offended with him smashing on my phone. And I was worried about it getting scratched. Because, I mean, it's not cheap. So I said, okay, can you do something? He took out a sanitary cloth and wipes my phone off. Now, that's not going to keep it from getting scratched on the surface he's mashing on. And so I said, no, I'm talking about an actual cloth, an actual rag. You know, the cloth you lay out, you put the phone on. I've been here before. I've had battery replacements. I've had them operate my phone. They've always laid a cloth down to protect it from sliding off the counter or anything. I said I would greatly appreciate it if you did that. He became a little bit confrontational with me, but it wasn't what I would consider bad. Just he was trying to be firm on he was going to do it his way. That kind of offended me, but I did not get upset about that. Just I wanted my phone to be taken care of appropriately. When he then said, this is going to cost you, I think he said $98 or $99 or something, and then after tax, it's going to be $109. I said, no. I said, I have Apple Care. My battery replacement is completely free, and the performance diagnostic test is completely free. I've already talked to him about it. So I said, no, you've got to honor the Apple Care. I have that. He said, no, I don't know what they've told you, but that's not how we do that in this store. I said, I bought my phone here. I got the Apple Care here. This is exactly what they explained to me when I bought my phone here. I said, you can't be changing the rules of the Apple Care. And I've already spoke to them, and they told me the exact same thing I am telling you. He said, no, that's not how we're going to do that in this store. I said, okay, fine. If you're going to turn around and you're going to charge me money, I want a receipt and I want your name, your first name and your last name, so I can call up Apple, file a proper complaint with them, and I can contact the Better Business Bureau and file a proper complaint with them and recoup my money because you're not honoring the contract we have with Apple Care, or I have with Apple Care. So he turned around and he said, I will not give you my name and I will not give you a receipt. I said, well, then we're done with this business transaction. You're not getting a credit card from me. You're not getting my debit card. You're not getting cash from me. Nothing. And I still want your name. That's when an African-American gentleman came up. He never introduced himself. He never said his name. I got video footage of the conversation with me and him. He's the one that actually threatened to call security on me, which security is there to secure the store and secure their safety, not mine. They don't know what is going on with myself and them and what the problem is. And I've seen too many incidences where security comes over, beats somebody up, not being fully aware of the situation. But I already had a conversation with the security guards out front because it's a small store, it wasn't that big, and they were very kind, very nice people. So I have nothing against the security guards. They did absolutely nothing wrong. They were very, very professional. But they did not know the circumstances of the situation that was transpiring with myself and the Apple employees. So they didn't know if I was being belligerent or being inappropriate. And that's why I asked my brother to take out the phone and start video recording it. The African gentleman who was an employee there said, "No, you will not video record in here." I said, "Yes, I will video record in here because you threatened me." I said, "You're video recording me. I'm going to video record you because now I'm uncomfortable with this situation. You guys are trying to bully me into actually paying a fee that I am not having to have to pay for. I've already paid for the Apple Care. You're in violation of the contract." That's end of discussion right there. I have an appointment. Why don't you just do the appointment? Replace the battery, check my phone out, test my phone, and just simply do that. And then if you want to try to charge me something, charge me. Don't threaten me. Charge me. I'll tell you I don't agree with this. I'll take it to the Better Business Bureau, file my complaint, and we're done. That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. So I said, there's no need for any of this. But now that you're threatening me, now I'm alarmed and now I'm a little bit concerned for my own safety because your security does not know what's going on. But I have an appointment here. I have a case number. So you guys are already messing up. So I want his name, his full name. He said, he doesn't have to give you that. That's what the African gentleman said. He does not have to give you that. I said, yes, he does. Because I'm requesting his full name, so when I call up Apple, I can file this complaint with them and give them the name of the employee that threatened me. Or I shouldn't say threatened me, tried to bully me into the actual money. He didn't threaten me. He just tried to bully me into money. The African gentleman basically made me feel extremely uncomfortable and as if he was going to stick security on me to either grab me, manhandle me, or touch me, which if they touch me, that's assault without my permission. If I've not given them reason to, that is assault. So I left the store completely of my own accord. After that, told them I'm going to go file a complaint. I've got the necessary stuff to do so. You violated the contract of the Apple Care. You tried to steal money from me. I do have the video footage of that, me leaving the store with no problem, no nothing, because I wasn't going to make a scene there. I filed a report with the police report because of the actual threat that took place by the African gentleman. And then I later took that police report and the case numbers and stuff leading up to that appointment at that Apple store on Chenal, where I did have an actual appointment set up to have my battery replaced and my phone performance and diagnostic checked out. So it was very simple. It wasn't even a complicated thing. The one thing I did request was I wanted video footage of an hour and a half of the time frame that I was there from the Apple store to go along with the video footage I've got showing what they were doing. Now enough time has passed that they may not have that footage anymore. So I have existing footage and I am planning on suing Apple for that threat. No one that's a customer with an appointment should be threatened going into a store to have security called on them when it's simply just a battery replacement and a performance diagnostic. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I want my Apple Care completely refunded because I may even turn around and request Apple to pay for my phone completely because they violated the whole thing completely across the board. They broke my trust with their company. My brother doesn't even want to deal with them anymore. And then when I'm video recording what was going on because I wanted to dial down the intensity with the employee, he tells me I can't video record in the store. I'm like, sir, you don't want me to video record in the store because you know what you're doing is illegal. I'm going to video record in the store because it's for my safety and yours. You're already video recording me. I have no problem with you video recording me. But I do have a problem with you threatening me and violating the contract we have with AppleCare. That I have a big problem with.
Okay, well, right now we're just waiting for the company to respond. As soon
Right.
as they do respond, we'll get that response directly to you.
I appreciate that. And I also know that this was video recorded, so that's why I just gave the whole explanation again. Because they said, do you mind? Or basically, no, I don't care if anybody video record or audio records me or even video records me. I think it's perfectly fine. I appreciate you so much for your time. I don't think I need your name because you just know processing it, correct?
We processed it last week when we received it from the Better Business Bureau.
Okay. So I probably won't hear anything for another week or two. Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too. God bless. Bye.